Well guys, welcome back to another Yonder Mountain review. I'm up in my favourite place, the heart of Northumberland, and I've also got my new favourite tent. This is the Hill Zero Scout 2 4-season in Tiger Camo. I'm going to show you this, we'll go through some of the specs, we'll get it pitched, and I'll show you some of the unique design benefits. And I'm also going to tell you about the designer, the manufacturer of this as well. Let's get this thing up. Guys, just before I start showing you a little bit about this, I want you to take particular attention to the level of detail that Nick, the tent designer and manufacturer, has put into this. First things first, the actual stuff sack itself is in the same material as the tent. It's the Tiger Camo. It's a waterproof stuff sack, but also things like the beautifully stitched and embroidered logo tab on there, the handle with also again beautifully crafted and stitched in logo on the handle as well. The attention to detail on this is something which I haven't actually seen on other tents. It is fantastic. I'll tell you a bit more about Nick, the designer. Let's open it up and have a look. First of all, you've got your poles, and these are the cross poles. Again, Tiger Camo, beautifully stitched. That's that. You also, of course, get your pegs. A couple of come out there. So you got your peg bag, again, exactly the same. And then, of course, you've got your tent. This is an outer and inner. This is a 4-season tent. I have used this a couple of times now, and I've instantly fell in love with it. Now, I'm not just telling you that because Nick at Hill Zero has sent us this to test and review. I'm telling you this because it's the truth. It is an amazing bit of kit, and I'm sure you'll see what I'm talking about as we start getting it pitched. So, we'll get your pegs, you've got your poles, you've got your tent. We're in the beautiful Northumberland. Let's get it pitched. Alright guys, once we've got we'll do the inner first. Just lay that out. And again, the beautiful camo on there as well. Now, this comes with the cross poles, which go over and across like this. These are strong, lightweight poles. That gives it its structure. But also we've got another pole here as well. The usual lightweight, strong poles. And this will go across the top to give it a little bit more headroom and increase its structural rigidity. So we'll just get these poles into place and then I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So this cross pole sits nicely into its own kind of, it's got its own kind of seating there. I'll show you on a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. And you can see straight away that gives it its headroom width that you've got there. I'll go through the dimensions and all the things, but essentially I haven't even pegged it out yet. It's just it's semi-geodesic. You can move this thing around into your perfect pitch. But before I put the fly on, I want to show you some unique features on here and just give you a little bit of a walk around just so you can get a better idea of what we're dealing with. One of the first things is, obviously you'll notice, I mean, the camo is absolutely incredible. This is a unique design from Nick at Hill Zero, and it is fantastic, really good. You'll notice the mesh here with an arched zip. All zips are YKK waterproof zips, and a lot of people are a little bit nervous about having an inner pitch first for obvious reasons, waterproofing, but this is waterproof to 2000 millimeters, and there's a perfectly good reason for that as well. Everything is double stitched, beautifully double stitched, and all of the areas of stress have got reinforcements on there as well. You'll notice the quality on the zips and the mesh, and just attention to detail is spectacular. Double stitched bathtub, which is quite high there as well. absolutely amazing. You'll notice I haven't even pegged this out yet. The structure of it is very, very good and super quick and easy. It's lightweight. It's 1.9 kilograms pack weight. But you know what? It's not a mega ultra light tent. But compared to your other ones, you know, it's similar to your OEX Fox 2s and, you know, various other ones. But this affords so many other benefits, it's unbelievable. 2 doorways either side. And of course the inner, if you just want to leave it with the inner, you can do. To some extent, of course, you've still got all the meshing on the side, which is great for airflow, but you wouldn't just leave it like this. You do need to put the fly on, so let's go and get that on now. And again, super easy for the fly. There's a unique system for setting for putting the fly on, and I'll show you that in just a second. Right, let's get it on. Oh yes, fantastic. So this is the unique system. What happens is that the outer just slides into that clip and then it just locks into place like that. Well, there we go. As far as a camo tent's concerned, I don't think it gets much better than this. The design I fell in love with instantly, and in autumn certainly it definitely blends in with the autumnal colours, that's for sure. Dimensions wise for this thing as well, so it's 220 centimeters long by 127 wide by 110 high. I'm 6 foot in heels. There's absolutely stacks of room in here for somebody of my dimensions, and even probably taller for that matter. We'll have a look inside. The actual material both on the inner and outer is 20D ripstop nylon, 2000 millimeters. Now Nick at Hill Zero was kind enough to give us some specific information. He said, you know what, I could have used 3000 or 5000 millimeter waterproofing material on it, but he said it actually compromises the ripstop and durability capabilities of the material itself. The optimum from Nick at Hill Zero, who's the designer and the manufacturer of the tent, he pretty much does it all himself. He said optimum really is the 2000 millimeter, which is why he uses it. Now I've had this in heavy rain and it is waterproof, entirely waterproof. The zips are great. The YKK waterproof zips, double stitched, sealed. This thing is an absolute bomb shelter. Talking about bomb shelter, it's quite a strong structure, as you can see just here, and I haven't even guyed out the separate guy outs as well. Now, in strong winds, this has been tested to gale force 6, I believe Nick had said. You can have a look on Nick's website where he gives you far more information. But there's a unique structural rigidity system on the inside as well. There's loads of things. So we'll have a look inside so I can show you all these things as well. This is my go-to tent. Right, let's have a look at internal space. You can see the headroom that I've got, and if you can see that, there's like about that far above us there. Loads of space. I've opened up both. You don't have to. You can have one door down, which gives you a very good vestibule. You can have both open. You can have the full door fully open. You can have just the mesh. You can hunk that down. It's got loads of different configurations. Size-wise inside, I don't know if this gives you an idea, but I'm not touching the top here. There's a good so far at my head, and similar at my feet as well. It's very spacious. I'll bring you inside so you can get a better look. So there we go, guys. You can see the amount of space. I'm not touching, but there is loads of room. It's definitely a two-person tent. But just look at the camo from the inside. As you can see, the doors open there, all beautifully stitched, double stitched throughout, loads of ventilation, which you can see there. There's mesh, this is on both sides, and a beautiful tie out cords there as well, which makes life so much easier. All of the corners, the stress points, are reinforced and double stitched. You can see here as well, every corner's got a pocket. I'll show you what this is in just a moment. Up at the top you've got your lantern hanging point, as you would expect. zips, YKK waterproof zips. This is the other side again with the ventilation, but you can just see the quality. I believe the bathtub is the same material, 2000 static head units. Now I don't know if it's the type of material that Nick's used, but this grass is wet. We've had a lot of rainfall and I'm sitting directly on it. There's no water coming through here at all. To answer your question, is it a two-person tent? Well, there's me there, and you can see the space that you've got there as well. Any amount of space. And the vestibules, as you can see, are spacious enough for sure. Let me try and show you here the internal stability system. Now, I've never seen this on any tent before, and essentially on each corner diagonally you attach these fitted cords, the guy lines, internal guy lines, you can see there as well. And the idea being that you can tighten these and it increases structural rigidity from the inside. Let's do the same on this side as well. So all I'm doing is just cinching that in, and you can see that that is now bow tight and you can adjust it. Now that is on all corners diagonally. Now this serves as two purposes. Firstly, great for wind, but secondly, you've now got a hanging line. Well guys, what do you think? I've instantly fallen in love with this thing. I was going to tell you a little bit about Nick, who is the designer, manufacturer, tester. He puts these things through its paces. Now I've never spoke to anybody so passionate about camping as Nick. He's an incredible bloke. He's really passionate. He gets out. He's based in Hong Kong. He goes all over the place, and he really, before he actually even puts these through to the manufacturing stages, he tests them rigorously, and he's always open to feedback as well. And I've really kind of thought about this and thought, is there any ways that I can suggest to improve it? And I just cannot. I cannot. It's absolutely class. The colour, the camo, the waterproof inner, the waterproof outer, the double stitching, the seam sealed, the weight of it, the way that it looks, the way that it handles in the wind, the internal stability system, the airflow, the usability, the pocket. I mean, the list just goes on. So it just goes to show Nick's not just cranking these out in volume just to make some money. He's actually passionate about what he does. So you'll be asking, okay, great, you know, it ticks a lot of boxes, this thing. You know, is it a Hilleberg contender? I think it is. I wouldn't say it's a Hilleberg beater, but it's up there. Now you can spend £1,000 on a Hilleberg if you want, fine, no problem at all. You can do what you want, but I'm on a budget, like probably most people are. If you're wanting one of these, at the minute, at the point of videoing this, it's $299 on the Hill Zero website, which you would have to buy them from. And Nick's always there for some support, and you can message him if you want. That's about 230 quid sterling. 230 quid for all of this, for a backpacking tent, 4 season, that will last because of the build quality. I think is an absolute gift. Just because Nick sent us it, like I say with all, just because the manufacturer sent it, like if it's crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap. If it's great, I'll tell you it's great. My job isn't to sell you stuff. I'm not on commission. This is just, I'm telling you what my findings are with the gear that's been sent. And you know, believe it or not, take it on what it is, but I'm telling you the God's honest truth, this thing is awesome, absolutely mint. 230 quid. Check it out at very least. Go and have a look on the Hill Zero website. The link's in the video description. I absolutely love this thing. Absolutely solid. I wish it was raining so you could see, but I must admit I'm soaking up the beautiful sunshine here. Guys, I hope I've answered your questions with regards to this tent. I know I've had a lot of questions about it. The camo, you'll either love it or hate it. It might be a Marmite thing, but I love it. I think that is just something totally different. It's great. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Nick at Hill Zero is nicest guy in the world. Like, he'll be able to answer any other questions that you've got. Check out the link in the video description. But otherwise, I hope I've done it justice and given you all the information that you're needing for this. If you're enjoying this content, guys, give the video a thumbs up. It does help, of course, with the YouTube algorithm, but most importantly, it lets me know that you're enjoying the videos and I'll keep making them. If you haven't already subscribed, do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new Yonder Mountain review, Yonder Mountain adventure video, or Yonder Mountain podcast, you'll get a buzzer on your phone so you don't miss any content. Fantastic. But guys, do remember, as always, the importance of coming out somewhere beautiful like this. Get up off the settee, get away from the TV and the doom and gloom that's on mainstream media. It just brings you down. It's a real mood hoover. Put your backpack on and head out somewhere beautiful and make sure you get your dose of prescription nature just like this. Right guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to chill out here for a little while and go down by the river, go for a little bit of a wander here. I'm in the heart of beautiful Northumberland and I look forward to seeing you on next week's Yonder Mountain adventure. Bye for now.